All right, y'all. This is the time we've all been waiting for. Are you ready for your headliner? So this person is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So she's been on Netflix, people, okay?
What?
Whoa.
She's hosting The Moth this month at Holocene at 7 p.m.
Whoa.
And she's one of the funniest people I've met, but much more importantly, she is the nerdiest person I've ever met.
Absolutely the nerdiest.
Which is why she had to headline this show.
And she has glasses.
Yeah, and she didn't know that this was a nerd show, but she still looks like a nerd anyway, because she's always looking like a nerd. But a really hot nerd, though.
Yeah, really hot nerd.
Okay, so give it up for the one, the only Mx Dahlia Belle.
Before you come, I need to shave my choke chop. You do what you don't, or you will, I won't chop. Go downtown and eat it like a vulture. See my hips and my tips on chop.
I love your work. I love your work. Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to all the straight people. I'm the obnoxious faggot that was behind you clacking a fan, ruining your evening by being hella gay at a gay show. I know it was shocking to your system. Before I say anything else, is it giving face? Is it giving face? Please, please. Is it giving face? Give me my tens, bitches! Give me my tens! Give me my tens, bitches! Is it giving face? Is it giving cunt? Is it giving auntie? Yes, it motherfucking is. Give me my tens, bitches. Half y'all bitches couldn't do this face sober. I did this face on acid earlier today. Half y'all bitches couldn't look yourself in the mirror on acid. I did full face. Give me my tens, bitches. All right. I do represent the elder queer segment of this show alongside Mix Carlos, who you just saw. We are of an elder generation of queers. I come from the school of have a dick, take a dick, and that is how I earn my street cred. Thank you very much. I earn my street cred on my knees, taking dick from both ends. That's how we used to gay. And I've noticed that a lot of the younger gays, you are very sad right now. And I feel for you. My heart breaks for you. I understand that this is your first rodeo. Okay. So I understand right now seems like a very troubling time. I was born into the AIDS crisis. And we coped with that shit just fine. You know how? Drugs and questionable sex. That's how we did it. I highly recommend you do more drugs and fucking. You will feel so much better if you just do more drugs and fuck more. I would like the younger gays to do one thing for me, though, okay? I love watching all the new variations that y'all have done on the theme of gay, but I could use a lot less of the whole elder queer bit. I could use less of that energy in my life. I was recently walking downtown looking for a drug dealer, as we have all done, and I did not find a drug dealer. I felt very alone. I saw that my city was dead to me now. But I did run into a very lovely younger trans gal. And she ran up to me all starry-eyed and she said, "Oh my God, you're an elder queer. Tell me about the before times." And I didn't know how to respond initially. So I just asked, I'm like, before what? Before this conversation? I was having a great day. But now I'm upset. Who saw that coming? And she was like, no, tell me about the before times, like before I was born. And here's the thing about the before times. Before this young woman was born, had you ran up to anyone over the age of 30 and said, "Hey, old tranny, I see the age in your face and body area," I would have popped you in the mouth. But times are changing, so lucky you get to live another day. I was recently talking to one of my younger queer friends, ruining his evening by subjecting him to music videos of all my childhood crushes. Just an endless stream of like Boy George, David Bowie, Michael Jackson, all the usual suspects, Prince. And he stopped me and he was like, Dahlia, if there's one thing I've always known about you, it is that you are a power bottom. So why do you have crushes on all these bottom-coated men? And I didn't have a good answer initially. So I just said the first thing that came to my mind, which was, they don't call me old scissor booty for nothing. Out here scissoring butts, interlocking booty cheeks, just stacking cakes on cakes on cakes on cakes. You know how we do. You know how we do. That's not how we do. That's not how we do. Where they do that at? Nowhere. Nobody's doing that. I just made that shit up. Here's the actual reason. Here's the actual reason I had a childhood crush on all these bottom-coated dudes. Something I know about myself is that I have a soft spot for any man that can sing in a perfect falsetto. That's all it takes. That's all it takes to get inside me. That's all it takes. If you pull up to me in a windowless van that says kidnapper van on the side, swing that back door open and be like, bitch, I'ma kill you, I'm jumping in every time. Every time. I'm not proud of it. I don't feel good about it, but I know who I am. The worst part is, the gayer a man is, the wilder the shit he can say to me, and I'll still find it arousing. There's this young gay rapper out right now. Goes by the name Esteban the God. Whoa. And this man dropped the hardest bar I have ever heard in the history of hip-hop. What this man said was, I'm looking for them sluts who like nut in their guts. Whoa. Throwing gang signs all up in they butts. And that is a wild thing to say to somebody. Because I don't even know if that's physically possible. But I'm front of the line trying to find out if it is. I need to know. Because that is the most gangster shit I've ever heard in my life. Think about it, you got all these straight gang members repping their set with colorful bandanas like they're doing the hanky code or some shit. Meanwhile, gay niggas out here don't know who's friend or foe until they're already wrist deep inside you. That takes courage. That is high-risk behavior. That is the behavior of a soldier. Because then I'm thinking, like, how do you do this, right? Like, do you take turns? Like, you're just bent over, you're like, oh shit, is this nigga crip walking? And then you have to keep that to yourself? And I thought about it, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. How would you keep that to yourself? That would be too exciting. I would lose myself. Right? So I realized what you gotta do it simultaneously, side by side, right? At the same time, him with the old rock, paper, booty scissors. See who gets out alive. That's how it's done. Pretty sure that's how it's done. My partner and I, we are both elder queers. We're elder millennial queers. 90s rad queers. Yes, the generation that brought you such riveting slogans as we're here, we're queer, fuck you. Gays bash back. Yeah, that was our shit. You can pay me reparations later. So naturally, we have spent the last few months staying up late every single night, needle felting cat hair into little woodland creatures with bells and catnip in the middle for our little fur babies to play with. Because that is the new rad queer agenda. We're just trying to be left the fuck alone. That's all we're trying to do these days. And unfortunately, we have 4 cats, so we're never left the fuck alone. Especially not when we're trying to fuck. That's when we find out how many cats 4 cats is. Because when I say I have 4 cats, everyone's like, oh, 4 cats, how quaint, how adorable. But cats have very intricate inner worlds and interpersonal relationships and dynamics. So you have to consider like each pairing of those 4 cats, each possible pairing of those 4 cats. And then you have to also break it into like triplets. Like sometimes it's 3 of them at a time. And then we have a 5th spiritual cat. She's dead, but cats don't give a fuck. They commune with ghosts all the time. So, Cody, is Cody still here to do the permutations of how many cats I have? Pretty sure the answer is infinite. I have infinite cats.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Cody. So if I have 5 cats, right? One of them is dead, so it exists only in spirit. But it's still 5 cats. And you have to consider all the different combinations of those 5 cats in the physical and spiritual realm. How many cats do I actually have?
Somewhere between 12 and 60.
You are wrong. You are mistaken. I trusted you, Cody. I thought you were a programmer. Fuck this nigga. One of my best friends gave the correct answer. Her answer was, you have between 5 and 1,000 cats. That's how many cats Dahlia Belle lives with. Too many motherfucking cats. That's how many cats I have. And they have very complex politics. They have very complex politics. So sometimes a cat will be allowed in bed. Sometimes the cat is not allowed in bed. I don't get to decide when that time is. The cats discuss this in their own little cat forums and then let me in on it later. Earlier today, in fact, my partner and I, we called ourselves being intimate, right? Because it's the middle of the afternoon. It's a Saturday. Perfect time for fucking, like adults, like reasonable fucking gay adults. This is the time to fuck. This is the time. And one of our little kitties said, I see we cuddling now. His favorite thing to do during what he believes is cuddling time is to knead the blanket, making pointed eye contact with us and suckling loudly on the blanket next to where our genitals should be colliding, but cannot because there is a cat. So we got fed up. We were like, we have to set a boundary. We have to set some clear boundaries. So I picked him up and said, you gotta go. You gotta go. I love you, little boy, but not right now. And I shut the bedroom door. And then one of our older cats, Khalifa, I love Khalifa because she's just like me. She's small, she's chubby, she's black, and she's a cunt. So we have a lot in common. And she ran up, threw her whole weight against the bedroom door, popped that shit open, looked at us, and walked away. Bitch went full black mom and was like, y'all doing dyke shit? Not in my house. I'm like, bitch, you don't pay rent. She's like, but I'll take the hinges off this door. Don't try me. Love my cats. Love my cats. The cats, if you haven't figured out, that's my primary nerd cred. I spend all of my time with my cats. My favorite cat, my little baby, Kabibi, Kamari, and Gozi, because all cats have 3 names. You know that if you're a real one. Now I love her. She's precious. Absolutely precious. When we first adopted her, she had all this sort of extra behavior. Like, she came knowing how to play fetch. She was just a tiny little kid, but knew how to play fetch. And she would do like pull-ups on the cat tree, doing just little kitten prison workouts. It was very aggressive, very intimidating. So I did some research, and what I found out from her markings and her behavior, her very unusual behavior, is that she's a Sokoke mix. So if you don't know, a Sokoke, this is a wild African forest cat, okay? Basically, it's like an exotic tabby or a black girl named Tabby. Equally rare, very rare cat. And I found out that a Sokoke kitten, if you want to adopt one, cost $2,000. Whoa. $2,000 for a kitten. Or $50 if you get it from the Humane Society and you're not into eugenics. So there you go. If you're not racist and you don't apply racism to cats, you can get a designer cat. Who knew? It's just that simple. No, I absolutely love her. We got Khalifa to be a friend to Kabibi, because Kabibi was just so fucking extra, climbing on everything, demanding constant attention. Again, a lot in common. But so she was doing too fucking much. So we're like, okay, we need to adopt a friend for our cat. So we adopted Khalifa. And Khalifa is precious, but Khalifa came with her own set of peculiar habits, such as aggressively shoving her tongue into our mouths first thing in the morning. And something you need to understand, my partner and I, we're both black, so we don't do that where we're from. So we had to sit her down, right? I'm like, Khalifa, baby girl. I love you so much. I really do. But we need to talk. The whole tongue in the mouth thing, we can't do that anymore. I was born during the AIDS crisis. I have some phobias. I can't deal with this. I didn't stay alive this long trading saliva with cats. And she was like, meow, meow. Which, if you're not fluent in feline, means bet, I got you, B. So cool, I go to bed, feeling all good about myself. I'm like, now we have an understanding. And the next morning, she woke me up by shoving her tongue directly into my eye socket. Whoa! Which is exactly where nothing is supposed to go. And I don't know who's gone to med school, but things aren't supposed to go in your eye, as it turns out. And what you also might not know is that a cat's tongue is like sandpaper. Yeah. So it scratched the surface of my eyeball. So then I had to apply an ointment, a petroleum-based ointment, to my eye to protect it from irritants. Irritants aside from the petroleum-based ointment that I was putting on my goddamn eye like a lunatic. So, what we noticed with Khalifa is that the reason she was doing the tongue thing, right? She would also carry all of her little stuffed animals around the house, and she would pretend to nurse them, and she would clean them, and do all these other cute little behaviors. So we're like, okay, I see. Khalifa needs a baby. So again, let me remind you, I had a cat. We were doing just fine. But we decided my cat would get lonely, so we got my cat a friend to keep her company. So then we adopted a kitten because we decided that my cat's friend needed a baby. That's why I'm on this show, bitches. That's the realness right there. So that gets you to 3 cats, right? The 5th cat, the spirit cat, she already lived in the house. You know how it goes. Every house comes with a spirit cat. That's what makes all the noises. How did we get a 4th physical cat? So, we went to adopt a kitten for our kitten. And we went to a cat foster. And for those of you who have never met a cat foster, that is basically a very lonely, alcoholic, suburban woman who you trust just enough to give your phone number to. That is what a cat foster is. And she sat my partner and I down in a basement surrounded by like 1 million cats. You're looking for the dye? It's right up here, baby. I got you. So we sat down in this room full of kittens. It was beautiful. And she's like, while you're meeting your new kitten, I would like to give you each a glass of wine while you make your decision on which kitten you would like to have. So then, after we finished our 3rd bottle of wine, we left with 2 fucking cats. We got 2 cats for our mommy cat, the friend of my cat, the replacement for the dead cat. And that's how I have infinite cats. Thank you.